A Gauss gun is not a fantastic weapon of the artillery of the future, but quite a modern installation designed for electromagnetic acceleration of masses, which can be easily assembled in the lab. Carl Gauss did not design it, but since he made an enormous contribution to the study of electromagnetism, the device was called after him. So, what is it? It's an electromagnetic accelerator. Field's energy in it is converted into kinetic energy of body. Let's call it a shell. The main part of the Gauss gun is a power supply. Hereinafter, a solenoid with a barrel inside made of the dielectric, a guide track. When electric current passes through a coil, a shell which should be made of ferromagnetic material will be building up speed in this barrel. This occurs because a magnetic field appears in the solenoid accelerating it. The shell itself gains oppositely charged poles, symmetrical to the poles of this coil, and then, after passing the middle of the coil, the very same field will start decelerating it. Accordingly, the challenge was to make the shell spend maximum time in the accelerating field and minimum time in the decelerating field. That is, when the shell were flying through the middle of the solenoid, the field impacting it would disappear. This is achieved with the help of capacitors, which have parameters consistent with the parameters of the winding and adjusted so that when a shot were fired and the shell were approaching the middle of the winding, the current in the latter would have been reduced to a minimum. That is, the charge of the capacitors would have been completely exhausted. In this case, efficiency will be maximized. It would seem that such a design enables one to create dangerous weapons, which is almost silent, low impact, has no sleeves, but also reliable and adjusted to any conditions. All this is true, but there is a huge drawback: it has extremely low efficiency. As a rule, no more than 10% of the energy is used to accelerate a shell, which of course is not sufficient. Increasing the speed of the charge will directly affect energy consumption, the load speed of capacitors, and the size of the device itself. So unfortunately, or fortunately, the Gauss gun is not considered as a weapon now and is waiting for the current sources to become compact and powerful enough.